Well, as you guys know, the draft lottery happened like what, 4 hours ago? Something like that. Like 8 o'clock. Before the Oilers and Vegas Golden Knights started. But the Vegas Golden Knights ended up winning. And I'm not mad about that. Well, I am, but that's not the reason I went live. And I was pissed at the time. And as you can tell by the title, I'm still heated. This league is an absolute joke now. An absolute joke. This is ridiculous. So, as you guys know, 13 years ago, Chicago won their first Stanley Cup since 1954. During that, a young man who got drafted by the Blackhawks by the name of Kyle Beach, who I feel absolutely shitty for that this happened, was raped by Blackhawks video coach Brad Aldridge, who would later on go on and rape a dude who went to a little leaguer in Michigan. And he actually got caught doing that. Now, an investigation would later come up that he actually did. The Blackhawks literally fucking covered it all up. They literally covered it all up. Literally. Covered the whole thing up. They covered up a player getting raped. And if you don't like foul language, this is not the stream to fucking watch. This language is going to be foul. But this was fucking bullshit, man. This was so bullshit, and it was rigged. Okay. I was mad in 2020 when a fucking placeholder team won the draft lottery. It was literally a play-in team who won it. I was like, if it's the fucking Oilers, I swear to God. But it wasn't Edmonton now. I don't mind Edmonton. Everyone knows I don't mind Edmonton. But they don't need a first overall pick. They already have the two best players in the world. But holy shit. This is worse. Because Chicago literally covered up for a sexual assault scandal. And I feel shitty for Kyle Beach. Like I said earlier, I feel shitty for Kyle Beach. Now, YouTube's probably going to fucking age restrict this stream, and I don't give a fuck if they do. I really don't give a fuck if this gets age restricted. I don't. I don't give a shit. But it's sickening. You get fucking rewarded for covering up for sexual assault. You get fucking rewarded now. So basically, the Blackhawks. So the verdict in 2021-22 was the Blackhawks got fined $2 million and didn't lose a single draft pick. And guess what? That led to them getting the fucking number one overall pick now. They got the fucking number one overall pick, and now they have the best NHL prospect since McDavid. I am still heated. Pissed me off, and I'm still heated that this happened. Still heated. Unbelievable. Disgusting. Literally disgusting. And guess what? They have sold more money in next season tickets than they have got fined for covering up sexual assault. And if you think I'm lying, I'm not. Go look up Ben Pope, who's a Blackhawks writer. He literally reported that they got that they're making $2.5 million off of 2023, 2024 season tickets. Literally. And they got fined $2 million. for covering up sexual assault and no, and didn't lose a pick. And now that led to them getting the number 1 overall pick in this year's draft, which they're gonna get which we all know it is gonna be Connor Bedard, the best NHL prospect since Connor McDavid. It is absolutely ridiculous. I am absolutely dumbfounded that this happened. It is bullshit. As you guys know, I'm not a St. Louis fan. I'm a Tampa Bay Lightning fan, but the Blues are my number 2 if I had one, because my dad is a Blues fan. And he grew up in the Midwest, which is why I adopt St. Louis teams. So like the Blues, the Cardinals, the XFL Battlehawks, by the way, AJ McCarron, shout out, MVP, and well, now St. Louis City is my MLS team. But holy shit, that was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. I was watching the draft lottery and I was like, please Anaheim, please Anaheim, please be Anaheim. Anyone but Chicago. My whole motto was, don't be Chicago. It's ridiculous how they got this pick. It's ridiculous how they got to keep the pick. I feel so. The teams that were robbed were the Columbus Blue Jackets, the Anaheim Ducks, and the San Jose Sharks. Those 3 got robbed of top 3 selections because the NHL does not. Because, Gary Bettman does not want his original 6 teams, except for Montreal, to be rebuilding forever. Just ridiculous, man. I'm still heated. Chicago shouldn't even have this pick. Anyways, let's go to the comments. Yo, what up, Jared? I understand because you're a Sharks fan, Ash, and the Anaheim's in your division, but what the fuck? There's no excuse why Chicago still has this pick. I'm dumbfounded. Yeah, but here's the thing. Yeah, Fantilli or whatever his name is really fucking good. Like, I watched him against Penn State a lot because he goes to Michigan, and he killed Penn State every single time. But he's not Connor Bedard. Connor Bedard is the best NHL prospect since Connor McDavid. Yeah, I understand that, but dude, how can I not be heated that Chicago got the first pick? And Blackhawks fans, if you are going to go in my comments and type "Cry me a river, you dumb bitch," and get all fucking racial and call me or whatever, I don't give a flying fuck. I do not. Your fan base is the biggest fucking piece of shit in the entire league. You're worse than Kings fans. You're worse than Bruins fans. And I never thought I'd say you're worse than Bruins fans. Actually, I've said that at when you were winning. You were literally like that when you were winning. I don't care if you're going to say that. Hell, you're even worse than Panther fans. And now Panther fans have a right to be excited because Matthew Tkachuk is bringing them back to 1996. Because they're about to go to their first conference finals since 1996. Where, they actually went to the finals and got annihilated by Colorado. It's looking like either Vegas or Edmonton's going to win the division. Not the division, the fucking Stanley Cup. Yeah, and he's going to win the Norris this year by a mile. No one's going to catch him. Like, I'm not pissed that we're not in the playoffs. But I'm pissed how we lost. Like, what the fuck? 3 overtime games at home, and you lose all 3 of them. And you had a chance to win all 3 of those games, and you fucking choke in the 3rd period. Game 3 was shitty refing, and I'm not going to get into the refs. because I already did that in my other stream that I did about that. Um, but my God, I'm more heated that Chicago got the first pick. More heated about that than losing to the fucking Maple Leafs in the first round. I am way more heated about that than losing to Toronto. Way more. Way more. Way more heated. Because, yeah, we should have won that series. We had 3 overtime games at home, and we lost all 3 of them. Well, 2 of them, we blew a lead in the third period. Now, we should have won game 3. But, as I mentioned earlier, refs, and while we choked. And game 4 was just laughably bad. It was laughably bad that we blew a 4-1 lead with a team that liked to fucking choke. And now a team that covers up for sexual assault gets the number 1 pick. That made me more heated than actually losing the fucking Toronto. Nothing, but losing to Toronto didn't piss me off more than actually losing to Chicago in 2015. Because it is worse losing a Stanley Cup Finals than a simple first round. It is worse losing in the finals than in the first round. Worse. Because you had a championship in your grasp. And you blew it. Anyway, John, I'm gonna end this stream, man. I'm still pissed. Fuck the Blackhawks. I'm gone.